Alright, so there's basically three things I want to talk about with this week's Naruto Manga chapter, so let's just jump right into it. So the first thing is Sasuke is in fact stuck in that dimension that he's in, and he's tried to actually get out, but he can't. Now, some people are speculating that he can use his Rinnegan Eye to actually jump through dimensions and get out of it himself, but that's not the case as we see here. Not to mention the ability that he even has is not a dimensional ability, it's more of a teleportation ability where he can jump one spot to the next, basically, almost instantaneously, so, you know, that kind of doesn't, you know, work together here. And no, ladies, Sasuke did not take off his shirt, so calm yourselves down. So I kind of get in the thirds, god dang. All the posts I saw are like, oh, he's in the desert, he's about to take off his shirt. Oh, I cannot wait. Girl, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see that. Yeah, I know, girl. Alright, two, basically, and this is where things get kind of weird for me, honestly, with this chapter, but all the Kages come together, and we also have Madara's lower half of his body there. And honestly, this is kind of interesting to see that his lower half is there, because I thought when Madara came out with, you know, both his eyes, he ended up getting his other leg, his legs back, and then putting them on or something. I mean, that's what I was expecting he did, but apparently that's not the case here, so I guess he grew his legs back. But that's kind of interesting to see here, because then why didn't his lower half grow his upper body back then? Does it take longer for his lower body to do that because maybe there's like no brain there or something? What's going on here? But nonetheless, his legs are there. And so the Kages, not knowing what's going on, they want to actually try to, well, Tobirama suggests this anyways, to revive Madara so they can get information on what's happening. And he actually suggests to use the Edo Tensei Jutsu, and that's kind of interesting because there's like three problems with doing that. One is you're gonna need a sacrifice, and you're actually going to kill somebody to bring back somebody like Madara. Like, you really? Like, I mean, yes, I mean, you're desperate for information, and you're not even sure if he's dead or alive, of course, because I mean, you know, his body cut in half and all, but you don't know, so you don't know if this really works. It's just interesting that you would actually sacrifice somebody to bring back this fool. Two, honestly, it's actually not even possible for you to even use Edo Tensei for the fact that, I don't know, I mean, what's going on outside right now, man? You know, what jutsu is in effect at the moment? You know, I mean, I thought everybody's in the infinite Tsuyomi, and if everybody's in the infinite Tsuyomi, I mean, where are you gonna find a ninja to use to sacrifice to bring him back? And let's say all the conditions are met anyways, and let's say you actually do bring back Madara. What made you think Madara's even gonna help you in the first place? Why would he even tell you anything? He'll just murk all y'all, because he is stronger than all y'all. So yeah, all that was really a bad idea, but you know, that's not the thing that really was like messing with me. This is what actually bothered me with this chapter, actually. Hashirama goes and touches Madara's leg, and something happens, you know? Something miraculous happens. Harogomo, the figures of the six paths, comes out of Madara's butt. And this is where I'm like, oh my god, no. Because I see where this is gonna go. I can see where this is gonna go, and I don't like this. Because he is there, and he wants to apparently assist the previous reincarnation of Ashura and Indra. And this is, I don't like that. I actually don't like this, because it's like, to me, you're basically undermining Sasuke and Naruto's ability to handle the situation. So you're trying to get help from these two, and I'm saying these two because Madara is gonna come back. There's, like, with him there, I believe, because Harugomo can pretty much do anything, I believe he's gonna bring back Madara somehow. I mean, technically, Madara isn't even dead. So honestly, when I was saying how his legs take a little bit longer to regenerate his upper body or something, I'm actually not kidding. There's possible, maybe that's what's going on. Maybe he might actually regenerate somehow with that, and he'll come back. Because, you know, he can regenerate. Don't forget that. And if not, I feel like Harugomo will probably bring him back, because I mean, he is, you know, the reincarnation of Indra, so they would need his power, and these two could possibly have the sealing capabilities as well. So there's just more. There's not just Naruto and Sasuke being able to seal Kaguya. And then the thing here is, this is what actually really bothers me, is the fact that if this is actually the case, this is what's actually going to happen, that means Madara is gonna have to go to the good side. You know, he's not gonna be evil anymore. You know. He's not gonna be all beast like he was, and he's gonna repent for his sins and all this other crap, and then you know, hear him talk and get all soppy and stuff. And I honestly, I don't know if I want that. I want him to actually kind of like just stay a villain. I mean, his end was not that great. The way he got taken out, I didn't really like it that much. But at the same time, it kind of made sense why it happened like that. A power-hungry person just gets snapped and gets smacked in his place just like that. Yeah, but at the same time, because that happened, this is how he can kind of like convert himself to the good side, because he got smacked in the face just like that, and seeing that he was a power-hungry fool and he thought he was all powerful, to get owned like that, to put things back into perspective for him, and that might make him actually maybe work with them at that point, or at least do a one-time deal where he's like, I made all this mess, I'll help fix it or something, you know. But it's just like I don't know if I want that. Again, you can convert Pain, you can convert Gaara, you know. Shoot, you can even convert Obito to the good side and actually help. Don't do that to Madara, please. Like I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, for me, I'd rather him just stay the villain that he is, you know, and they find a different way to stop him. But like I said, I feel like that's gonna probably be the case where he's gonna be converted to the good side and they're actually gonna help. And I don't know if they're gonna actually have that sealing technique or not, but Harogomo is gonna give a power up to somebody, or to Hashirama and Madara, and they're gonna have something to actually combat against Kaguya. So yeah, I mean, with the possibility of actually Madara even coming back, what do you guys think about all this? Do you guys like it? Do you guys dislike it? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. I'm curious what you guys think. And the last thing with this chapter, and there's one other thing that actually kind of bothered me with this chapter, because, you know, Obito is back up finally, and he's gonna do what I was saying before, basically actually use his Sharingan eyes to Kamui basically to the other dimension, and he's gonna need an immense amount of chakra. It's not only that he's gonna take Naruto's chakra, the clone chakra of Naruto anyways, and he's also going to use Sakura's diamond chakra thing that's on her forehead that she's been building for 3 years, using all that just to go to where Sasuke is to go get him. And that's what they're going to go do. And you know, I called that a little bit right there. I'm like, yeah, if they're going to do something like that. Like, watch my review last week. Yeah, I kind of called that, so I was like, alright, yeah, I did good. But the thing here that was kind of like bothering me with the chapter when it comes to Obito's part here is just like, again, you throw this whole, you know, parallel with freaking Naruto and Obito. We know, man. Like, you don't have to keep pushing this down our throat. You know, we know he's doing this. We honestly know he's doing this for freaking Naruto, and he gets persuaded by Naruto to do things. Like, we know that what Naruto does. It's like we don't need to keep doing this. Like, I don't know. He just keeps throwing it in our face, and it's just like, okay, man. Like, sometimes it's good to do that. It's how you go about doing it. Is good. And the way he did it here, it wasn't really executed well, honestly. It's like, honestly, that was not necessarily needed, and they could have added something completely different in part of that space they had of this chapter, because that was not, to me, that was not needed. But yeah, so I'll leave that be. But the one other thing I need to say about when it comes to Obito and him doing this whole jump into the dimension and everything, it kind of makes me wonder how he's gonna do this exactly. Like, not actually using the ability and going. It's more so, how does he know he's gonna go to Sasuke? How would you know that that dimension she opens up goes to where Sasuke is? For all you know, you can jump into a dimension she wants you to jump into, like the one opposite of freaking Sasuke or something. You know, you don't really know the destination exactly unless he can somehow pinpoint it with this Sharingan eyes or something. I mean, I'm curious how this is gonna work, because he's making it seem like it's so simple, but I just don't see how it could be so simple. Just her opening the dimension, and then he uses the Kamui and somehow connects to it, and then goes there, and then somehow goes to that said dimension that Sasuke is in. Because I'm pretty sure there's tons of other dimensions. It's not just the ice dimension, the fire dimension, and the desert dimension. I'm pretty sure there's tons of other dimensions. So it's like, how can you pinpoint where he is? So I'm curious how that's all gonna work out. But you know, I do look forward to that. Not to mention Kaguya does something little OP here by freaking basically making the whole ice place basically attack Naruto's real body and just go ham on him. Like, god dang. Yeah, so that is some kind of reality warping there. But you know, it's pretty much confirmed that, yeah, she has, you know, dimensional abilities. You know, she jumps through dimensions. You know, I was gonna throw that out there because one of my commenters is like, nah, man, the translations are wrong, man. You can't listen to that, man. Because, you know, that's that reality warping. And it could still be some reality warping here, because some of the things in here, it's not always just based off dimensions. He is controlling the reality and everything that's around it. So, hey, you know, again, we can both be right. But I'll just leave that alone now. So, yeah, overall, this chapter was a decent chapter. But for my personal feelings for this chapter, I didn't really like it that much. You know, I don't like the implications going on when it comes to Harogomo coming out and getting and further assisting, you know, Hashirama and Madara, or Hashirama. Just the fact that he's even there is just like, you're undermining the boys. You're undermining Naruto and Sasuke. You act like they can't do it. Let them, you know, just let them do it. You know, they don't have to do anything. But That's one thing I didn't really like about it, not to mention also the whole Obito, Naruto, you know, parallel thing. We didn't need to do that again. Like I said, there could have been something else in place of that. So, I mean, like I said, I didn't really like the chapter that much, but that's just how I feel. So tell me how you, tell me your thoughts on this week's Naruto Manga chapter, and like this video and subscribe if you want to see some more Naruto reviews from me. So it's been the Thabreakmaster, and until then, people, break out.